So there's these two cats that hang out by my front door. They both look the same. They're both black and white. One of them, he's really friendly. Like you can pet him, rub him. And the other one, he's real skittish. He's a little beat up looking. Cheers. And he won't let you pet him, but you can get close to him as long as you don't make any sudden moves. Well, this guy 2 houses down, he has an Akita, I think it is, and it killed the cat. And I saw a girl, she was out there, she was holding it, and it was a black and white cat, and I didn't even snap. Like, I was like, well, you know, that's what dogs do. Some of them, if they can get a hold of a cat, they'll just kill it. Then a couple of hours later, I was, oh, it's one of the cats. It was one of the ones that comes over. I wonder which one got killed. And that night, there was one of them was out on my front door, and it was a skittish one. Like they look the same. They have this black and white markings. I can't tell. You just tell by like their face, and the more cautious ones survived. And I wonder, well, is it because he's like that? Maybe, I don't know. So that's what happened. Happy New Year. I'm gonna review another Shudder original scare package. So I got this because of the cover. It looks really cool. I didn't know. Oh man, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was an anthology. It says a fun and fantastic love letter to horror, whip smart, inventive, and endlessly funny. Chad Buckley is a lonely horror aficionado, spending his days overseeing a struggling video store and arguing with his only customer, Sam. When an unsuspecting job applicant arrives, Chad sets out to teach him the rules of horror. So this is an anthology, and it starts out with a story called Cold Open, and right away I was like, this isn't a horror movie, it's a comedy. And I was like really disappointed, and I was like, man. But then I remember like VHS 94 was horror, Christmas Play Christmas horror, because I was thinking, man, everything is like, it's either like a drama pretending to be a horror, but horror elements, or something else, or comedy. It always makes me think, you know, it's hard to be scary, so they're just, okay, I'll try to be funny, and if that doesn't work, it's still a horror. I don't know. So it's kind of a letdown. It was kind of funny, but that one was over. And then it goes into like the wraparound story, which is this guy Chad has a video store, and him and his customer, they don't really argue. They don't argue about movies. The customer Sam, he wants to work there, but for some reason, Chad won't let him. And he hires this little Asian dude, and it goes into the next story. I think it was called That One Time in the Woods, and it was just played over the top, like super, like almost not slapstick, but like just they're all hamming it up and just overacting, and it didn't bother me. I was like, oh god, but it had some good gore. Like all the segments, the gore is really good. Like in the One Time in the Woods when this guy melts, and it looked cool. Well, he melts into like a puddle, and like half of him is sticking up, and that looked pretty cool. And then let's see, what are the other stories? Yeah, by the third story, it was like, it's called Mister, and it was about this guy who joins this. He sees an ad like for men trying to take back their masculinity, and they were werewolves, and that was really dumb. I did not like that one either. But then it gets to one called Girls' Night Out of Body. That one was really good. That one was actually had some tension, and that one felt like horror. And I was like, okay, this is getting better. And then it had one. It was a total. It was like a what if Halloween Michael Myers story, to where the girl captures her killer and she's trying to kill him, and she has her friends and they all get killed in the process. And the gore was good in that one. The only like nitpick I have is like that one where they're the one time in the woods. There was a killer in that, and he had a mask. The, I think it was a night. Something on the night he came home. Play on that story. The killer had a mask, and it looked dumb. I was like, it was just a little thing that nitpick that bothered me. I was like, they can make a better mask. And that story was good. It was still like comedy, but it was just better. And then the I can't remember if that's the last story because I got pretty drunk. Let me see. There might have been one story, but then it goes to the wraparound. And like I said, I was pretty drunk by that time. But I would say watch it just for the gore, and it was just some parts are funny, some parts, hit and miss. But started off like I was like, man, this sucks. Then it got better, and then it ended. And I did the ending, but I was pretty buzzed, so I don't really remember what happened. But from like I said, if you don't know the rules, you'll never make it out alive. It doesn't really make sense. And then it has Joe Bob Briggs in it, so I mean, of course it gets points for that. But not really a horror movie. It's just like they like horror, but they don't want to commit. I don't know. They don't want to commit to trying to make a real horror movie. It just, if I would have known that it was like total comedy, I probably would have still watched it anyway because of the cover. But yeah, I'll give it 3, solid 3. It's just trying to be too fun. It's just a comedy. So if you know that and you like horror comedies, check it out. See, I already have another movie that I've watched. I'm watching the newer Leprechaun movie right now. I've seen it before on Sci-Fi Channel, but it's pretty good. But man, these Shudder originals are just making me think about horror and like, cause like there's a movie like Clean Shaven. That's not a horror movie, but it has a dreadful atmosphere. There's just something wrong. Like as soon as it starts, people are haunted and hurt, and yeah, like there's none of that in here. And that's not. Clean Shaven isn't even a horror movie. Maybe I should review Clean Shaven, but it just has such a nihilistic atmosphere. There's just something wrong. You feel bad watching it. Like it just exudes through the screen. And that one story, the girls' night out of body, and not that it was anywhere near that, but it was the most when I was like, oh, maybe this director of that segment could do something more. Anyway, that's Scare Package. 3 out of 5 Hands of Fate. I'll see you later.